Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, let's see who's online. Okay, anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Santosh Mataji. Okay, we can start. Anybody ready to do Sanskrit today? Let's see who we've got.
Can I do Mukunda Hari, Prabhu?
Oh, you're there. Yes, okay. I got your name is not there. So yes, please. It'd be nice if you can do it. Jai Radhika Mataji. And English.
Can I do the English, please?
Yes, Shipra Mataji. That's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, let me just share the screen.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Let me just try and find mute all. I'm going to mute all, and then you can both of you can unmute yourselves. So Shipra Mataji and Jai Radhika Mataji, please. You can unmute yourself.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 10. The Opulence of the Absolute. Text 1. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Uya eva mahabaho shunu me paramam vachaha yateham priyamanaya akshami hitakamyaya.
Shipra Mataji, sorry, I accidentally muted you. If you can please unmute yourself again. Sorry.
Is that okay? Can you hear, Prabhu?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Thank you. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Listen again, O mighty arm Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained."
Text 2. Name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayaha ahamadivhin devanam mahashinam cha sarvashaha.
Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages.
Text 3. Yo mama jamanadim cha veti lokamaheshwaram asammudah samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate.
He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only, undiluted among men, is freed from all sin.
Text 4 and 5. Buddhirgnanam sammoha shama Buddhirgnana sammoha Shrama Satyam Dama Shamaha Sukham dukham bhavo bhavo bhayam cha bhayame cha bhayame vacha ahimsam samata tustis tapodanam yasho yashaha bhavanti bhava bhutanam mata eva pruthak vidyaha.
Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubts and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone.
Text 6. Maharshayah sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha matpava manasa jata yesham loka imah prajaha.
The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages and the Manus, progenitor of mankind, come from me, unborn from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them.
Text 7. Etam vibhuti yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha so vikalpena yogena yujyate natra sanshayah.
One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages the unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt.
Text 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarva pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Text 9. Machita matgata prana udayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Text 10. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
Text 11. Teshamevanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayamyatma bhavastho nanadipena bhasvata.
To show them special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance.
Text 12 and 13. Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adideva Majam Vibhum Ahus Ahusvatva Ahustvam Rushayah Sarve Devarshi Naradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Cheva Bravishime.
Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Naruda, Ashita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me.
Text 14. Sarvametarutam manye yanmam vadasi Keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidurdevana danavaha.
O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality.
Text 15. Swayamevatmanatmanam vaitha tvam purushottama bhutabhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate.
Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe.
Text 16. Vaktum maharsha sheshena divya hiyatma vibhutayaha yabe vibhutil vilokam imam tvam vyapyatishtashi.
Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds.
Text 17. Katham vidyamaham yogim tvam sada parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagwan maya.
O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead?
Text 18. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuyah kathaya triptirhim shrunvato nasti me mrutam.
O Janardana, again please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words.
Text 19. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divya Atma Vibhutayaha Pradhanyatah Kuru Shreshtam Na Atyanto Vistarasya Me.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless.
Text 20. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthitaha Ahamadischa Madhyam cha Bhutanamanta eva cha.
I am the Super Soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, I am the middle, and the end of all beings.
Text 21. Adityanam aham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviransuman Marichi Marutamasmin Nakshatranam aham Shashi.
Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Marutis, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Jai Radhika Mataji and Shipra Mataji. Very nicely done. Thank you so much. So let me now share my other screen. Can you all hear me properly?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Yesterday,
Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
yesterday, I think somebody complained the volume was very low. So just let me know if suddenly it goes down. Let me just share that screen now. Okay, so we continue reading from chapter 10. The summary so far, 1 to 7, understanding Krishna's nobility and serving him. 8 to 11, the Chatushloki Gita. And the current session, 12 to 18, Arjuna accepts Krishna's position and requests to hear more of his opulence. So we'll read the verse today and the purport. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, text 14. Sarvametat vitam manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana danavaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. So before we go to the purport, we'll just quickly discuss a couple of points about this verse. So I totally accept. So Arjuna is teaching us here how to accept the Bhagavad Gita, how to accept the message totally, not partially. And the word Bhagavan is used here to address the Lord. The word Bhagwan, of course, description of Bhagwan, Parasar Muni gives the description, one who is full of all 6 opulences. Is full of strength, full of fame, full of wealth, full of knowledge, full of beauty, and one more, full of renunciation. This is the meaning of Bhagwan. Now we'll go on to the purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Arjuna herein confirms that persons of faithless and demonic nature cannot understand Krishna. He is not known even by the demigods. So what to speak of the so-called scholars of this modern world? By the grace of the Supreme Lord, Arjuna has understood that the supreme truth is Krishna and that he is the perfect one. One should therefore follow the path of Arjuna. He received the authority of Bhagavad Gita. As described in the 4th chapter, the Parampara system of disciplic succession for understanding of the Bhagavad Gita was lost, and therefore Krishna re-established that disciplic succession with Arjuna because he considered Arjuna his intimate friend and a great devotee. Therefore, as stated in our introduction to Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita should be understood in the Parampara system. When the Parampara system was lost, Arjuna was selected to rejuvenate it. The acceptance of Arjuna of all that Krishna says should be emulated. Then we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and then only can we understand that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam dadati swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashata Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. So once again, we will dedicate today's session to His Holiness Bhakti Chandra Swami Guru Maharaj, who is still struggling. He's still very critical, and the latest report says that it's critical and dangerous situation. So we still need to keep praying for him. His Holiness Bhakti Chandra Swami Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. So we'll go to the main points of the purport, short purport today. So first point he makes is the persons of faithless and demonic nature cannot understand Krishna. So faith, the two words here, faithless and demonic. So we take faith first. What is faith? Can somebody just give me a description of what is faith?
Is it, Prabhu, like, if you go in a temple and you look at the deity, if you see it's a God there or Krishna there is a Krishna, and if you think it's just a stone, yeah. So having that faith that this is the Krishna, there, that's a faith.
That's good. Yes, that's a very good answer. That when you see the deity, if you think the deity is just marble or stone, that's how the deity will reciprocate with you, like with. But if you believe and have the faith that it is the Supreme Lord Himself, then this is how the deity will reciprocate. The Krishna, the Lord, will reciprocate with you. So that's what good. But there's of course many answers of what faith is. Anybody else?
Trust.
Yes, trust in the fact that whatever you're reading about him is absolutely true, as Arjuna is doing here. That's very good. I've got here a description that Prabhupada is given. I can't read, that's too small, the writing. It says Bhagavad Gita 439, I believe. Yeah, 439. And the Prabhupada is saying that one is called a faithful man who thinks that simply by acting in Krishna consciousness, he can attain the highest perfection. So that is faith. We have to have faith. Just to live, actually, we have to have faith. Constantly, we have to repose our faith into so many things. When we are driving, for example, when we come to a traffic light and it's green, we have to have faith that the other person on the other side is going to stop because he's got a red light. When we go to the doctor for some major surgery, we have to have faith that that person is qualified and he'll do the right thing to cure us. When we get on a plane, we have faith that the pilot is qualified and he's going to take us over safely. So we have all these, we're putting faith in everything, but then people, they don't want to put faith in God somehow. They're always hesitant. Faith is the first step of devotion service. Without faith, nothing can start. So in the 17th chapter, which is the heading of the 17th chapter is divisions of faith. It is described here in the third text. Krishna saying, Krishna saying, Krishna saying, Osana Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. So you see, we have different modes every day. We're all covered with different modes, and depending on which modes are prominent, that is the kind of faith that we will have. The next verse says, men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. I personally haven't met anybody who worships ghosts and spirits, but apparently there is a class of people who practice black magic And for them to get their powers, they worship these ghosts and spirits. But that's the mode of ignorance. So this is how the faith is divided, also according to the modes. Now, one could question here that it talks about many mode of goodness, worship the demigods. And then you talk about the passion, worship the demons. Demons includes powerful personalities, leaders. So people worship these kind of people, and that they are classified as demons because they're not devotees. And people who actually worship them or have faith in them have got their own motives. They have faith in them because they think that these people can do something for them. And this is always like a trade. And then, of course, mode of ignorance is ghosts and spirits. But then my question to you is, so he's talking about demigods. So what about those who worship Krishna?
They are in pure goodness,
Very
Shuddha
good.
Sattva.
Yes, exactly. So those who are worshipping Krishna, they are above all these material modes. And they are worshipping in the Suddha Sattva platform. So we are very fortunate that Prabhupada has given us this platform. Then some more quotes about the faith that I picked up, very, very nice quotes. So Prabhupada in 241 purpose says, faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. Then Radhanath Swami says, no one lives even a moment without faith, even unconsciously. So as I was saying earlier, we need to have faith in everything. Every step we take, there's faith involved. Without a certain degree of trust or faith, this is Bhakti Swarupananda Swami saying, we could become too fearful to even board a bus. When we face difficulties and still remain faithful to Krishna and the spiritual master, we access the infinite mercy of their hearts. Radhanath Swami. Only to those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. This is from the Svetasvatara Upanishad. Real independence means complete faith in the mercy of the Lord without dependence on the conditions of matter. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 1:18-22. This is Gaur Gopal Prabhu. Feed your faith, your doubts shall starve to death. This is typical Gaur Prabhu's statements. If we feed our faith, our doubts will disappear. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if you have faith that the soul is the eternal servant of Krishna, then you have no more miseries. So it shows you how important faith is. And in the beginning, faith may be difficult. People who are starting, we may meet people who are beginning and they are sort of struggling with faith. They may have come like I did from demigod worship, and for me to switch over, it was quite daunting because all my life I was worshiping demigods, and then I met devotees and I was told about no, Krishna is the supreme, and once you worship Krishna, you don't need to worship anything else. So that kind of switch was quite difficult. But what somebody told me very, very early on, which I was very fortunate, they said to me, okay, you right now may not have faith, and faith is not something that somebody can force on us. So he said to me that at least right now, just presume that faith. Just presume that faith. Just accept it. Although you don't completely have it, just accept it and read the Bhagavad Gita or the scriptures and listen to classes with that background. Just accept it. And you're accepting it, although you don't have faith, but you accept it not blindly, but you accept it because you know that so many people have accepted it before you, and so many advanced people have accepted. In the last verse, we read about Narada, Vyasa, Asita, Devala. These are very exalted personalities. And that's very, very long ago. But even when you come down to our present time, you look at some advanced devotees that are around us, Radha Swami, Bhakti Charu Swami. These are all very intelligent people. Even to our own temples, Sutapa Prabhu. If we say that if people like that have accepted it, there must be something there. So accept it like that in the beginning. And then automatically that faith will become firm. in our minds. Then the next word was demonic nature. So the beautiful verse in the 16th chapter. 16th chapter is headed nature of no, demonic, divine and demonic natures.
Divine and demonic.
Yeah, thank you. Divine and demonic natures. So in the first 3 verses, Krishna talks about the divine nature, and then from the 16th verse onwards, he talks about the demonic nature. And this one is Dambo Darpo Vimanasya Krodha Parusham Evacha Adyanam Chabijatasya Partha Sampadam Asurim. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, also Naprita. So these are the words we have to, if we have pride, if we have arrogance, if we have conceit, we have tinge of anger, harshness, ignorance. These are the things that we have to watch out, and we have to start to snub them out of our life, because those are the qualities of ignorance, of a demon. So with such qualities, it'd be very, very difficult to develop faith and make progress. Then in the verses later on in that chapter, this is a typical situation of a demon, of a demonic nature. They believe that to gratify the senses is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, until the end of life, their anxiety is immeasurable. They're always anxious because they're always trying to do more and more to satisfy their sense gratification. Bound by a network of hundreds and thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. You see, stress all the way through for them. There's no rest. There was a school of thought called the Charvak philosophy in India. This was prevalent in the 12th century, apparently. And this was a sage called Charvak, and this was his philosophy, completely opposite to the Vedic philosophy. And his philosophy was that, does anybody know about this philosophy, Charvak philosophy? Okay.
No, I don't.
No, okay. So
No problem.
Impersonalism, sure, but I think I had Chandresh Prabhu say beg, borrow, steal. That is the one. So Charvak philosophy was that there is no life after this life, and make the most of this life. Enjoy the life to the fullest. Even if you run into debt, doesn't matter. Eat ghee, actually. This is what he was saying. Now, it sounds like in the 12th century, ghee was a commodity which was very rare and very expensive. I suppose it still is a little bit. But that verse, he actually says that no matter what you do, beg, borrow, or steal, but eat ghee and enjoy your life. The idea being, don't worry. There's nothing after this life. Because, as I've said many times before, if you don't have the knowledge of afterlife, if you don't have the knowledge that this life, your soul is eternal, and after this body, you're going to get another body, then you will be careless. You will be completely careless. We are all a little bit cautious because we know that even to have a comfortable life in this life, we need to be careful and live our life in a certain way. But certainly, to improve our future life, at least to maybe even break out of this cycle of birth and death and go back, we need to do something. But if you didn't know all that, you would think this is it. Then you would just use the Charvak philosophy and just, eat, sleep, party, and be happy. That's all people do. But you can see even today, although this was 12th century, even today, there are people like this who have no idea, or they don't even want to know. Even from the Indian culture, which is quite sad. They're all behaving like there is no tomorrow. There's going to be nothing there afterwards. So this is like the under Tamishra. Like yesterday we were discussing about these 5 coverings: Tamishra, under Tamishra, Moha, and Tama, Mahamoha. So out of these, under Tamishra means if they believe that the end of this body is the ultimate end, then they will have this mentality. Prabhupada says, he mentions this 4th chapter, the Parampara system mentioned in the fourth chapter. Very famous verses in the 4th chapter. Does anybody know where he speaks about the parampara system? It's the 2nd verse of the 4th chapter.
It's Imam Param.
Evam parampara praptam.
Yes, very good. Evam parapara praptam imam rajeshwara vidu sakalenaha mahata yoga nasta parantapa. So translation is this supreme science was thus received in the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in this way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. So this system of parampara and receiving the knowledge in parampara is very, very important. Rajarshi, you mentioned here, the kings, they were called Raja and Rishi, Rajarshi. So this is how they used to receive the knowledge. And unlike the rulers of today, who are democratically elected and who generally come from the Shudra class, these kings were true Kshatriyas, and they would be ruling the world with the background of the Vedic knowledge and the background of advice from the Brahmanas. This is why the Vedic system was so perfect. But a democratic system is got all the faults because of that reason. Prabhupada then says that Krishna considered Arjuna his intimate friend and a great devotee. So someone would say, look, Krishna is really revealing the knowledge to Arjuna because he's his dear friend, of course. What about us? We are, where are we going to get that mercy? Because we're not his friend. So there's a verse in, we just covered this a few weeks ago, 9:29, 9th chapter. Anybody know this verse? Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name veshu na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone, Krishna says. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service to me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. So, by rendering devotional service to Krishna, we can be as dear to Krishna as Arjuna is. We can all become his intimate friends. So there's no bar here. Everybody that's rendering service to Krishna guarantees here that I'm his friend and he's my friend too. So again, he's saying Bhagavad Gita should be understood in the parampara system. So the definition of parampara is, the parampara is an unbroken chain of disciplic succession where each member transparently represents the previous teachers without adding, deleting, or modifying the parampara message with their personal agenda. So this is where the problem is. This actually is a beautiful picture depicting our parampara currently. So you got Radha Krishna, you got Lord Brahma, Narada. Of course, there's a few missing. The whole 32 is listed in our Bhagavad Gita just before the first chapter. Then you've got here Bhakti Vinod Thakur. You've got Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our Prabhupada. So we are connected like this in this parampara system. But those who are not, people who actually are reading and understanding the scriptures, not connected to the proper system, proper parampara, they come up with different interpretations, and there are so many different interpretations. As I was explaining the other week, there are more than 400 or 500 different English translations of Bhagavad Gita, translated by all kinds of people. The very first translation was done by a person called Charles Wilkins in 1785 or 1795, something like that. Imagine how old that was. So this person, a British person, went to Varanasi, learned Sanskrit, and then he translated, which is, all kudos, fantastic. But we can imagine the quality of translation by somebody like that. First of all, he's very new to the language. Secondly, he's not a devotee. So similarly, people are not properly connected in proper devotee sampradayas. They come up with all sorts of different things. Aham. So many places Krishna is saying, Aham, I am the source of everything. Worship me. Surrender unto me. Aham, Aham. aham means I. There is no other meaning to I. But these other translators of Bhagavad Gita, they explain that when Krishna says surrender to me, he doesn't mean that surrender to me. He just means you should surrender on to the spirit within Krishna, because they believe that there is something that Krishna comes from. So we should worship that supreme spirit. They firmly believe that. So my question to anybody who says that would be that when Krishna is saying the Bhagavad Gita, I am this, so do they think that Krishna was not clever enough to express enough properly? Do they think that Krishna needs their help to sort of explain what he's trying to mean? No. Krishna is the cleverest of all. He has given the message as it is. Who are we to try and dissect it and say, no, he doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean I. Krishna says I, he means I, nothing else. But these people have their personal agendas, and they will then twist all these meanings. And they just don't understand the basic truth. First of all, when they say it's not Krishna, it's the divinity with him. The point is, the basic fact is that the spiritual world and Krishna and the spiritual world is absolute. The meaning of absolute is there is no duality. So there is no difference between Krishna in terms of Krishna's body or Krishna's soul. There's difference. Our body is material and our soul is spiritual. So there's a big difference between our body and our soul. But Krishna's body is spiritual. Krishna himself is spiritual. So there is no deviation there. It's all one. So they are separating Krishna from his soul, which is completely ridiculous. So, but it suits them sometimes. So they do that, and they accept. So they will accept parts of Bhagavad Gita, which suits them, and they will reject other parts. So they reject these parts where Krishna is saying I, and they accept the other parts which suits their philosophy. So Prabhupada calls this kind of sort of acceptance Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. I think it's a Bengali proverb. Say, somebody else tell me what that means? Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. Shipravadaji, you probably have heard it. Is it Bengali, this? Okay. Or if this means Ardha Kukuti. Kukuti means a hen. So a farmer once was thinking, this hen is giving me eggs every day, which is great because I can go and sell the eggs and make a living. But the problem is I have to buy food to give this chicken. So if I cut the head off, then I don't need to feed it. I just enjoy the eggs. So this is how illogical it is, Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. You accept parts of it, don't you? No, you can't. You got to accept totally, as Krishna, as Arjuna says in this particular verse. Krishna, I totally accept everything you have said. We can't pick and choose. We have to accept everything in totality. So these translations of other people, they lack the glories of the Supreme Lord because they haven't accepted him. This is why their translations are very bland, and bhakti doesn't develop from those. The simple proof is in the fact that all those different 400, 500, 600 translations there may be have not made, or maybe they have, maybe they made a handful of devotees. But this one Bhagavad Gita translated by Srila Prabhupada, because of his purity, because of his lack of any other motive, has created thousands and thousands of Westerners into practicing Vaishnavas. This is the power, and this is the proof. We have to go no further. Nobody can challenge this fact. So the lack of this kind of glories of the Lord, there's a beautiful verse in the Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, text 10. Nayad vachas chitrapatam hare yasho jagat pavitram praganita karhichit tadvyaptadvayasam tirtham ushanti manasa nayatrahamsa niramantyu shikshaya. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all-perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure here. So devotees do not derive any pleasures from those literatures, because there is no glory, there is no bhakti there, there is no devotion there. And it is described in this verse. This is Vyasadeva actually speaking to, Narada speaking to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva was not feeling any satisfaction even after compiling so many Vedic literatures. And Narada told him that you're not feeling that bliss because you haven't broadcast the sublime, spotless glories of the Supreme Lord. In the other Vedas, you have mentioned the Lord many times, but you haven't glorified him properly. So this is why you are feeling unsatisfied. So go and describe him. And then Vyasadeva goes on to the Srimad Bhagavatam. He compiles the Bhagavatam. That's how he feels the satisfaction. So here it says that those words are considered to be like a place of pilgrimage for crows. Can anybody tell me what that would mean? Prabhupada Mataji, you're unmuted. No, okay. So where would crows enjoy? Crows would enjoy in dirty places. Wherever there's a heap of dust, heap of rubbish, you'll find crows going there. Swans will not go there. Swans go to a cleaner place. But crows would go to dirty places. So this is why it says this kind of literature, this kind of words are considered by the saintly people like place of pilgrimage for crows. Quite nicely, quite poetic.
Prabhuji, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Prabhuji, when we were young, our grandmother used to tell us that the crows, they are actually rishis.
Yes, I also have heard that crows are rishis, and yes, there's belief in some parts about that. But this particular verse that we just saw is talking about just the nature of crows right now.
Sure.
The nature of crows is to go to the heap of dirt rather than a clean place.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Babaji. So yeah. So in the purport is Prabhupada is saying the acceptance by Arjuna that all Krishna says should be emulated, and we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita like that. And then only can we understand Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there's a verse in 7:19 we did recently. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma suddurlabha. So this verse says that after many, many births and deaths, who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes, and all that is such a great soul is very rare. So we have to consider all of us are very, very fortunate that because of our previous karmas, because of some sukriti, we have come in contact with devotees and Prabhupada's teachings, because we're getting this pure, very rare knowledge. Says Bahunam Jamanante Vasudeva Sarvaiti Sama Mahatma Sudurlabha, very, very difficult to find such Mahatmas who believe and have their faith in Krishna. So we are very, very fortunate. We should count our lucky stars that we've come to this. And a similar verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bija. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to the upper planetary systems, and some are going down into the lower planetary systems. Out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. By the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person receives the seed of the creeper of devotional service, Bhakti Lata Bija. So we are all in that category, and we should thank Krishna for that. There was a few more things to say, but I will end here and open up for questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Das Mataji.
This line about neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality.
Mhm.
Now, if the demigods found it difficult to understand Krishna's personality, and Prabhupada is saying that we should follow Arjuna's path in order to understand Krishna, my question is, what path did the demigods follow in order to understand Krishna?
Thank you. That very nice question, Santosh Mataji. So the demigods, ultimately, the demigods are devotees of the Lord. That we must understand. They have been given the authority to govern and control certain parts of the universe purely because of their very, very exalted position. So they are in a very exalted position. But what happens with the demigods is that ultimately they are living entities. They are Jiva Tattvas. They are not Vishnu Tattvas. So because of that, because of the Jiva Tattva has a tendency to be covered by Maya. So the demigods also have coverings. We have living entities, Jiva souls in the material world, the ordinary Jiva souls, we are heavily covered. But the demigods are also lightly covered. We were discussing this yesterday or the day before. So they do have coverings. And because of those coverings, they do have something like pride, arrogance, things like this. So they have some qualities. Like a good example is Indra. Indra is always envious of anybody who is making progress. There's a very nice pastime in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam. Prithu Maharaj, such a powerful devotee, such a powerful king, he was performing 100 horse sacrifices. And when he got to the 99, Indra got very, very envious, and he thought that if he finishes the 100, then he will take my position. So he then came and stole that last horse. So this pastime is quite detailed, but this just shows you. So this is what I mean. So the demigods do have some tendency to not be pure devotees. You see what I mean? Pure devotional service is not. Other thing is that it's very difficult in the higher planetary systems, because there they have so much opportunity for sense gratification. They have long lives. They have so much opulence. So in that situation, people they find it difficult to completely engage in devotional service. Whereas in the earthly planets, we have the right balance. We have some opulence, but we also have some difficulties. So when we have difficulties, we are reminded about worshiping the God, worshiping the Lord. So similarly, it is said in some places that the demigods also sometimes pray that let me be born on earth so I can then be more of a devotee. So this is how Prabhupada means that they don't fully understand. They understand the Lord a lot more than us, but not fully.
I see. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Santosh Mataji. Anybody else? Okay, if everything else is clear, then what we'll do is we will chant Nasim prayers as we did last 2 days. Let's just pray again. We can all open our microphones. We can all be online together, chant the Nasim prayers. But do not disappear after the Nasim prayers, because after the Nasim prayers, we will do this introduction section like we did yesterday. So we will select on my screen, whoever is the first two, I'll select, and then we can just get a brief introduction. Idea is for all of us to get to know each other. Right now, on the screen, I just see some names, very few faces, hardly any faces, and each other, we don't know each other. Maybe some of you know each other. I know some of you, but not all. So this way, over time, we can get to know each other. So let me just first of all go to my slideshow again and display the right page.
Supposed to date 8. What is it done now? 8:30, 40. Shan, come on. Shut it.
1 second, I'm just struggling with the share screen.